And speaking of welcome back, what is happening in terms of bookings? If you can tell us, even kind of day by day here, it seems like the economy is getting stronger.
It is a day-by-day experience for all of us in the lodging and the travel industry. Things are getting better, but we should also note that it's a bit uneven. Resorts are doing well. High-end luxury properties are doing well. The airlines are adding capacity for the summer. The cruise lines look forward to launching their ships again in July, August. So there are very positive signs that we're seeing, but with the lack of business travel, with the borders still closed, a couple of the demand generators that are really important to us, meetings, business travel, international travel, they're still problematic. And we as an industry working through the American Hotel and Lodging Association, working through the U.S. Travel Association, we are talking to members of the Biden administration about how we open the borders, about how we don't send mixed messages. The State Department said there are something like 80 countries that you shouldn't travel to. Well, that doesn't exactly jive with what the CDC is saying. So we're working on it. We're making progress. We're getting there. But we got a long way to go. This has been a really difficult 14 months.
You know, I hadn't thought about sort of the geopolitics, so to speak, and the impact that might have on something like hotel bookings. That's a really interesting point. So let me kind of pivot and ask about, at least in this country, with the hotels reopening, again, with occupancy much lower than you'd like it, obviously. But now that we're looking down the summer, I don't know what the status is for a lot of the workers that are typically coming to help with hotels and other seasonal businesses. But are you able to get the workers that you need, and what's going on with wages?
Once again, Kelly, it depends on the market. If you look at the state of Florida, where we have the Loews Miami Beach Hotel, we have 8 hotels in Orlando in a joint venture with the parent company of CNBC, Comcast, NBC, Universal. 5 of our 8 hotels in Orlando are currently open, 2 more opening pre-Memorial Day. Miami Beach is a market that is come roaring back. So depending on the market, depending on the ability to find workers, there are some instances today where it is challenging. I know that Tillman referred to it when he was on a couple days ago. Other markets, people are coming back. But let's keep in mind that we had a massive amount of unemployment in the travel and tourism industry. Some 5.8 million people were out of work during the height of the pandemic. 3 million of them are still looking for jobs. So yes, there are markets where we need to find people, and you read stories, especially here in New York, as we're now reopening. Restaurants are reopening. The governor, literally about 2 hours ago, said that New York City restaurants can go to 75% capacity, which is terrific. So there are labor shortages, but as an industry, we're dealing with it at Loews Hotels. We're dealing with it as a company.
Yeah, and I think what you're doing is giving some context around those headlines, that it's not happening like that everywhere, that it's maybe more uneven now than it would seem. So I'm curious, because we were just speaking about this, are you going to require vaccinations for any of your employees, whether it's at the corporate office or in your hotels, in order to return to work? And do you think that's necessary, especially in a business where some of your guests, for instance, might be squeamish about who they're coming into contact with?
I'm going to use the 2 words that were referenced a moment ago in your earlier piece, and that's we are strongly encouraging our team members to get vaccinated. I am very much pro-vaccination. I got my first shot in December. We are messaging to our team members. They are vital to what we do as a company, that we think this is the right thing to do. We are giving them a bit of an incentive. Once they show us that they are fully engaged, they will get an extra day off. We are finding good response to that. They know that we are here for them. Once again, they are the backbone of anything that we do as a hotel company or as an industry is dependent on our team members. We want them to be safe. We want them to be sound, because if they're good, then they'll make sure that our clients and our guests are also good.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.